the heart of a bustling city, there stood an old, majestic hotel named Golden Haven. It had seen better days, yet it remained a favorite among travelers seeking a touch of history. But behind its grand facade, there were whispers, something unseen. One rainy evening, as the wind howled outside, a weary traveler named Arjun checked into room 507. The hotel was nearly empty, odd for a Friday night. The receptionist, an old man with a somber expression, handed Arjun the key with trembling hands. "You're in room 507. Be careful," he warned, almost in a whisper. Arjun laughed, dismissing the old man's words as mere superstition. But as he entered the dimly lit room, he felt a sudden chill. The air was thick, heavy with an unspoken tension. The walls seemed to close in, the shadows danced, and the silence was deafening. He tried to brush off the unease, unpacking his bag and settling in, but as the night wore on, the sense of being watched grew stronger. Creaking of the floorboards, the flickering lights, and the cold drafts that seemed to come from nowhere. It was as if the room itself was alive. Then, at precisely midnight, the temperature dropped suddenly, and the old, rotary phone on the nightstand rang. The sound was shrill, piercing through the silence. Arjun hesitated, his heart pounding, before finally picking up the receiver. "Leave. Now." Voice rasped on the other end. It was faint, almost a whisper, filled with an urgency that made Arjun's blood run cold. He dropped the phone, his hands shaking. Who was that? What did they mean? Suddenly, the lights went out, plunging the room into darkness. Panic set in. He fumbled for his phone to use its flashlight. It was dead, completely out of battery. Desperation clawed at him as he stumbled towards the door, only to find it locked. From the outside, bang, bang, bang! The sound echoed through the room as if someone or something was pounding on the walls, trying to get in. Arjun's breath came in ragged gasps as he realized there was no escape. The unseen presence in the room grew stronger, oppressive, suffocating. Just as he thought he couldn't take it anymore, the door burst open, and the old receptionist stood there, his face pale as a sheet. "Come with me. Now!" he shouted. Without a second thought, Arjun sprinted out of the room, following the old man down the winding corridors of the hotel. As they reached the lobby, the old man finally spoke. "You're lucky to be alive. Room 507. It's cursed. Many have checked in, but few ever check out." Arjun stared at him in disbelief. The old man's eyes were filled with sorrow, not madness. "Felt it, didn't you? The weight of the past, the spirits trapped in that room, longing for escape. They don't mean harm, but they can't help it. They're lost, and they latch on to anyone who enters, trying to find their way out." Arjun left the hotel that night, his heart heavy with the knowledge of what he had narrowly escaped. But even as he walked away, he couldn't shake the feeling that something or someone was still watching him. From the shadows,